So, in our last video, we put up with Rob Fox for 20 minutes and he failed. He didn't get us all the subscribers that he promised. So he said he's going to come back and do part 2, in which he's going to cover a few things. But he said that I've got to be more enthusiastic and less dour in this one. So tonight, in this RC Misfits video, we will have Rob Fox returning with his Manta Ray to discuss the parts that worked, the parts that didn't work, the costs involved, and of course, the first race out. So let's get him back.
Interesting. They're just trash.
Hi Rob.
Well,
Back again.
yeah.
You gonna do better this time? Hi Rob.
Hi Matt. That wasn't funny.
The face was.
I can't do anything about that. Oh, I've improved the look of the studio. Judged.
By throwing my cars away.
Yeah, I got rid of yours and I added mine. Look at them, how nice they are. These one things.
You do realise there were cars there?
Yeah, but your rubbish cars. Magnificent.
And the chance of you surviving this video, even smaller. So we actually got some questions from the last video as well. The Absurdist asked us, is the Manta Ray similar to the Top Force?
Oh,
I've got a sneaking suspicion, and we're not experts on this,
no.
because he just saw his thing. The Top Force was kind of like the uprated Manta Ray. It had like double deck. It got rid of the tub chassis basically.
I think this came first, but I don't really know. I didn't have a Top Force.
I think they're the same, but double decked, and I got a sneaking suspicion one of the Top Forces came with ball diffs.
Maybe. I think they're a bit longer as well.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do your own research.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not listening to us.
No.
But Mark Headling
Yes.
asked about the lipo fitment.
Ah, right. Can I show you?
You can show me the lipo fitment.
So-
And you seem to have done a good job fitting it in as well.
It's good, isn't it? I'm very pleased with it.
It's quite clean now, isn't it?
What I did is, the top deck area,
Yeah.
if you know a Manta Ray, it's sort of, all that's full of plastic.
Yeah.
So I just chopped it out.
You just dremeled the death out of it, didn't you?
Yeah. But, it doesn't move about. It's, I don't want to shake it, but
So
it
really,
fits perfect.
a good, simple, free solution.
A free solution.
That's like a top tip.
A top tip.
Top tip.
Top tip.
Okay.
The battery just slides in, nice and smooth, like that. Yeah. You insert your pre-cut pieces. You screw it down. And that is how you fit a Lipo, an IP48 low profile short is what I use in all my cars, into a Manta Ray, and it is solid.
Do you have to take both of them off to fit and remove, or can you leave that one?
No,
on
you
the
do.
top shaft?
You have to take both off.
Yeah.
But that's good because it makes it like super solid.
Now, to be fair, I'd take it a step further.
Yeah, go on.
I'd be putting little thumb wheels on them.
Yeah, you do like messing about with stuff though, don't you?
Got a PR in there. It wasn't quite like that when you left last time, was it? It's got electrics now.
Yep, electrics. We've got electrics in. Good electrics.
Yeah, which speedo is it?
XR10 Pro.
Maybe a bit of overkill.
Yeah, overkill, but it's what I had in my box. And interestingly, not that interesting, didn't even have to cut the wires. Exactly the same as on an LD3.
Well, that's good to know. Anyone who wants to swap from LD3 to Manta Ray now, they'll be like, oh, I can just slot it straight in.
I suspect that would be a popular swap.
Yeah. So there's a few other things that are different, I notice. Like the front hubs appear to be black now and not red.
Yeah.
Why are they black now and not red?
Broken. Because broken.
And they broke because?
Well, my driving.
Yeah.
But I think actually they broke because the aftermarket kingpins I put on weren't the right shoulder length. So I think that didn't help.
I seem to remember the next day you're like, oh, these have already cracked and you haven't even driven it yet.
Yeah, so it's, that's probably why. I probably could have got away with not putting aluminium ones on, but they are nice, stealthy and black.
Fair enough. So really that's the first things you shouldn't have done in the build.
Yeah, don't use...
Kingpin's bad.
No, kingpins are good.
Not those ones.
But not those ones, because they're not for this car.
Fair enough. And I think, what have we got? Rear drive shafts? Rear hubs?
No, rear drive shafts are the same.
Yeah.
They're standard. But rear hubs, same reason, because broken. That's because I can't land from jumps properly.
Okay. And I think there were a few, there's some axle breakages as well. I seem to remember a wheel flying off a workshop.
Yeah, we broke both rear axles as well.
Okay, so broken bits with
separate incidents.
All the hubs, all the hubs apart from one.
Yeah.
Both stub axles.
Yeah.
So they'd all be pretty good things to swap out fairly early in the lifespan of a Manta, right?
I think if you were really wanting to run it all the time, I would put the front drive shafts on the rear as well, because they're just more modern and stronger and one piece instead of multiple bits with a dog boat.
Fair enough.
I'm not going to though.
And at the end of the last video we had a bit of binding on the front shocks, didn't we?
Yeah. So the O-rings that come with the Manta Ray shocks are just trash. Basically, they're no good. Maybe they're good for keeping the oil in, but they are not good for shock movement. So we fitted, I found some TRF blue O-rings, really soft, squidgy O-rings, fitted them, and the shocks just felt miles better. They actually work like a shock.
So is that top tip?
Top tip.
Top tip.
Get the O-rings that Tamiya give you, put them in the bin, and put good O-rings in.
Fair enough. We're getting through the top tips here, aren't we?
Yeah. You know what? One very, very important part of the instructions, which I did not follow, is there's like this disc thing.
It looks a bit gaskety, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like it might be a gasket, for the motor mount or something.
Follow the instructions, use this disc thing, and your car will not eat sand. So that's very good.
Okay.
I like this bit.
It feels like we learned a few things while we were building this.
Yep.
I'll see if I can surmise it all.
Go for it.
O-rings in the shocks. Stock ones pants.
Yep.
Soft ones good.
Yeah, any soft ones, I suppose. I used blue TRF ones because I'd got them. They're lovely.
Front axles.
Front axles, yeah, racing. They're brilliant.
Bearings.
Bearings off of eBay. Great.
Swap out the screws for something with a hex head. Obviously, in your case, they're the titanium ones.
Yep.
We're down some of the hinge pins out of the pack of 5.
Yeah, just using 2.
Aluminium hubs, front and rear.
Yep, Jazz Rider front and rear hubs. I very much like those. Nice and cheap, nice and strong.
The stainless steel kingpins.
Maybe they do stainless steel kingpins that fit. I bought ones that didn't.
Aluminium steering linkage.
So I got the aluminium steering linkage from Jazz Rider at the same time as the hubs. It's got bearings in it, which is nice, but I really don't think it's any better than the standard plastic one. So if I was building a car again, I wouldn't put it on.
Fair enough. The uprated prop shaft.
Yeah, I like that. Wish I got a black one to match everything else.
Fair enough. Tail ring gears.
Great.
Aluminium motor mount.
Lovely.
And we've already said about the rear hubs, but you snapped a few of the rear half axles.
Yeah, I've snapped a couple of those. If they do a hardened one, don't know if they do. YouTube, do they do a hardened one? Do they do a hardened one?
Comments. Educators.
Yeah. If they do a hardened one, I'd put a hardened one on. If not, if I was going to run the car a lot, I would just get another set of the Air Racing drive shafts because they're brilliant. So I just have those front and rear.
Brilliant. So after all that, you took it racing?
Yeah.
And we went to...
The workshop, the Schumacher Indoor Masters, which is the same venue that ran the Model Sport meeting, which is the reason I got the car, so that's appropriate, isn't it?
Yeah, bit unusual on the flooring.
Yeah, it's like a cork sort of rubber floor. I'm told by people who've actually raced all over the world, but I have not, that it's about as close to an old school sort of dusty but prepared dirt track. So it's not loamy, but it's quite loose, especially in the morning.
Fair enough. And obviously you ran the Manta.
Yeah.
There was a whole gamut of cars that were racing there as well. I remember there were some double X4s and some other Mantas, not quite as stock as this.
Yeah, there was my double X4 that
the
Pierce was running.
Yeah,
Mitch was running a Cat 2000, which he was very well with. There was, I think, 3 Yokomo Works 91s with Mawson and Simon Kemp, I think, running those. PK ran an Optimid. Then there was 2...
My first race car, Optimid.
Oh, interesting.
Broke your flow now.
And yeah, 2 LBRC, which is Lee Broadhurst RC, Manta Rays, which, like we said in the part 1, they're more like the really highly modified Manta Rays that would have been like back in the day.
Double deck?
Double deck.
A bit like the Top Force that we were on about earlier?
Yeah, longer than this, different shocks, but essentially like the same gearboxes and everything, so a lot of the same limitations that this one has, but with a lot more adjustment.
Fair enough. Talking about adjustment, did you make any changes through the day?
Yeah, so we weren't out in practice, so this was not the Model Sport meeting, this was a modern meeting, so there were big jumps. Big jumps, so yeah.
Did you whip it?
I mean, I tried, I can't drive that well, can I? You already know.
Do you know what? We got footage, can see if you whipped it.
Yeah, micro whip. Yeah, so because of the big jumps, we changed out the shock oil. Nothing more than that. So the standard oil that comes with the kit is TAMIYA Soft, which I believe is 400 CST. We went to 600 CST front and 500 CST rear. That was for jump landing, so it didn't bottom out, and also to try and calm the front end down a bit.
Fair. Any other changes?
No, I don't think we can adjust anything else.
I think you made one other change.
Did I?
I think you leant the shocks over a bit.
Oh yeah, I did. He's good. Yeah, I did. I leant the front shocks over. Again, just to try and calm the front end down a bit. At the end of the straight, there's a really high speed corner, and the car was super loose, super difficult to drive there.
I noticed it seemed to be a bit tail happy on deceleration.
Yeah, it just wanted to spin round at the end of the straight. I think it's quite short. That's one of the reasons. For some reason, it's got loads of steering everywhere. So in the tight corners, it was brilliant. The front tyres, I think, overpowered the rears a bit. And I don't think the rear wing helped. I think a more modern rear wing.
It's more like a plate.
Yeah, it's got sort of, it's just unstable, but it looks super cool, so it stays.
Yep. Any other handling foibles or anything, or?
I mean, when you're driving a Manta Ray, it's not got a slipper clutch, so you have to keep reminding yourself, do not land with any power on, because I don't want to change any gears. I think the downring gears probably prevent that to an extent, but I know at the Model Sport meeting, Adam Skelding was running a Top Force, which is a very, very similar car, and he did the gears. And I suspect it's because he landed on power, because he was driving it like a modern car. So I tried not to do that. Yeah, and had to be very, very careful at the end of the straight. You
were racing a couple of classes, weren't you? You were doing modern two-wheel drive?
Yeah, modern 2, modern 4. Modern two-wheel drive I was about where I normally am. So middle of the B was okay. modern four-wheel drive, I excelled myself and
Yeah.
qualified 5th. It's been a long time since I've been that far up.
It's because people didn't turn up.
That is true. That is true.
But how do you do with the Manta against all the other oldies?
I mean, I think it went well. Yeah. Qualifying started a bit rough, then I tidied my driving up throughout the day. Qualified 3rd on the grid, so that was good.
Yeah, it didn't go well in the first few corners, did it?
Yeah, I was rubbish at the start.
Did you do any better towards the end?
Yeah, I think I got my head down and drove the car. Yeah, it's, you know, there was quite a lot of cars in that race that were faster than me on fastest lap, but I was quite consistent with it, so it was all right. I made my way up to 4th with 2 laps to go behind Wayne. Hi Wayne, sorry. So I made my way up to Wayne, and his best mate, who really should have thought a bit harder about his driving, came up to lap us with his Cat 2000. Mitch, well done. Wayne was very, very kind to Mitch when he was lapping. I wasn't as kind, and as Mitch lapped us, I nipped through as well.
Ah.
Yeah, sorry again.
You opportunist, you.
I was very pleased. I was really very pleased by it. Sorry, Wayne, again, sorry.
So, Mitch did Wayne over?
Yeah, it was all Mitch's fault.
All your fault!
Hi everyone, this is a little apology to Wayne Ash. At the last round of workshop, I caused an incident coming up to lap yourself and Rob, and which meant Rob had your pants down on the last lap for 3rd place on the podium. Sorry, dude.
So, good fun day?
Oh, so much fun.
And the car didn't destroy itself?
No breakages whatsoever. Oh, no breakages once we got racing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just, you know what?
The one breakage, Steve's fault.
Yeah, that was Pierce's fault as well. Nothing's ever my fault, is it? But just generally, the car's just been so much fun to drive. It's made me like sort of go back in time a bit, which is the whole point of it, the nostalgia of it. And because it's not a modern car, I've had to drive it quite carefully. And that's been fun as well.
Good. Well, I think that kind of concludes my duties towards you and Manta video. So I bid you adieu, and hope not to see. What's that face for?
Well, we've got part 3.
Part 3 was not mentioned.
Don't worry about it. Got it sorted. We'll come back for part 3.